Hey, what is up, YouTube? I'm bringing you guys another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. This time it's against my friend Ever from my PSS. So, he's bringing his Aegislash, which is a stall, which is why I refuse to fight these damn things. He's bringing a Talonflame Drapion, Mawile, Dragonite, and Blaziken. I'm going to be bringing my Toxicroak, my Electivire Lopunny, Ninetales Frostlass, and my Mega Blaziken. I said this in my last video, my Mega Blaziken is not invested in speed, which sort of throws off the momentum in my team. So, he's actually pretty good at Pokemon. This battle is actually really fun. So, I start off with my Toxicroak, as he started off with his Sharingan, which is his, Blaziken, not sure where that name came from. So I avoid his first move, which is the Sky Uppercut, and actually get off an Earthquake, and that's gonna do a bunch of damage to that Sharingan. So he gets a speed boost, which, is lucky for him because, well, he already outspeeds me, but he's gonna outspeed me in the next turn. He's gonna go for Protect as I go for a Sucker Punch. Now he is going to get even more speed, he's at +2. And, he withdraws Sharingan, predicting my Sucker Punch again, because I don't think he wants that thing dead, but it's back at regular speed now, because it switched out. So, I go for Poison Jab, not realizing he'd switch out his Drapion, nicknamed Claw Shot. So that does about nothing, and it's gonna heal itself with, the Black Sludge. So, he goes for Knockoff, and he knocks off my Poison Barb. So I'm gonna go for an Earthquake to try and take this thing out. And luckily for me, it brings it down to about low HP, but I don't think this thing has anything to take out my Toxicroak. So it's Poison type versus Poison type. He goes for Protect. And that's gonna shield him from my Brick Break. I think he did that just to get off more Black Sludge. What I should do now is I should have gone for Earthquake, but he switches out into his Valkyrie, which is his Talonflame, predicting that Earthquake coming. So I switch out, predicting a flying type attack. So what I do is I send in my Electivire, and he does go for the flying type attack. He goes for Brave Bird. And my Electivire is fast, and it is bulky in its physical attack. So I believe this is where I went for the Thunder Punch. And this is where he switches out into his Aegislash, and this is where it gets, well, it's shiny. So, this is where it gets actually really boring, because I was just sick and tired of him stalling. It aggravated me to no end. Aegislashes, they're no fun to fight. So, this is where my Quick Claw lets me go first. I don't even think it mattered. I go for Flamethrower. I did not get the burn, unfortunately. He goes for Toxic, which I could have predicted before I even fought this guy, because Aegislash, they are meant for stalling out the opponent and aggravating them and making them want to disconnect their DS, even though they really want to win the battle. But anyways, so I get my Quick Claw to let me go first, and he goes for King Shield, predicting a physical attack coming his way. He does get a physical attack coming his way, my Earthquake, but since it's not a physical contact move, it doesn't lower my attack. So, he gets more leftovers as I lose more from the stupid Toxic. So, he withdraws Aegislash. And I think that, he thought I was gonna go for, like, a Fire-type attack, and when I went for Earthquake, or maybe he did predict the Earthquake. So I'm just gonna keep losing my HP to the godforsaken Toxic. His Dragonite uses his priority extreme speed, and unfortunately takes out my Electivire. So I go into my Lopunny, and I go for my Ice Punch, which is 4 times effective, and luckily I do take out his Castile. I was actually pretty worried that I wouldn't get past that thing. So he goes out on his Claw Shot, which is his Drapion. He goes for a Protect to get off even more Black Sludge to restore his HP. So I do go for a Bounce, and he is not getting that second Protect. So, you know, he can forget about that. So he withdraws it, and I believe this is where he went to his Aegislash, yes, because Aegislash can pretty much take anything, except for mine, because, you know, God forbid my Aegislash be good. It is, but anyways, so he's gonna eat up that bounce, and he goes and gets off even more leftovers, even though he doesn't need it. He goes for King Shield, which is bad for me because my Lopunny has all physical attacks, such as Fire Punch. So my attack's gonna get lowered, which is exactly what I wanted. Just kidding. So he gets even more leftovers off. I go for Fire Punch. That does not do much because it is not stab. And this thing is bulky as ever. So he's gonna go for his second Toxic in this game. Unfortunately for my Lopunny. So he's gonna get off more leftovers. And I'm gonna lose more HP to Toxic once again. So I'm gonna switch out my Lopunny, and what I do is I go for my Blaziken, because I don't think that he can stop my Blaziken except for that King Shield, which is what's gonna slow down my Blaziken. But he's gonna get off more leftovers, and he withdraws Aegislash, probably predicting a fire type attack, and he goes out into his Talonflame, the Valkyrie, and I Mega Evolve. So I originally went for Will-O-Wisp to try and burn that thing. I don't know why I run it on Mega Blaziken. So he was right predicting the fire type attack. I switch out and I go into my Ninetales. So I get the Drought, which is its hidden ability. So I'm gonna get off the Sun and power fire type moves, which probably was not a good idea for me because he has a fire type on his team. He goes for a Brave Bird and basically destroys my Ninetales, which I'm actually not sure how Ninetales. Oh, that's right. So he's gonna take me out with another Brave Bird and get even more recoil damage off on his own Pokemon, which I'm pretty glad about. I'm grinning ear to ear with that. So I'm gonna go out into Lopunny, and hopefully I have something to take this thing. He's gonna withdraw his Valkyrie, and I'm not sure what he thought I was going for. He's gonna go out into Stardust, which is his Maywile, knowing that I wouldn't hit Talonflame with a fire type attack, and so he could get off and Intimidate. So he's making the right plays here. My Ice Punch does absolutely nothing, and my Toxic is just whittling down Lopunny's little ears. I go out for a Fire Punch in the sun. This is gonna do a lot, I thought, but it does not. But at least I get that burn, and that's what actually matters in the end. So he's gonna go for a Rock Slide, probably trying to get me to flinch, even though I go faster than him. But anyways, I'm gonna lose even more HP to the stupid Toxic, which I cannot stand. So my biggest obstacle in this battle is that Talonflame. Well, actually, not so much Talonflame, but more or less that Aegislash. So I'm gonna go for an Ice Punch, and that's Citrus Berry. I almost lost my mind when I saw that. So I'm going for Toxic. Like I'm going down to like Toxic soon. He's gonna go for a Brave Bird. This is more or less gonna take me out. Although I was sort of happy when Lopunny fainted, because that's just even more damage that's going to be taken to that Valkyrie. Unfortunately, it doesn't do as much as I thought or hoped it would. So I go out into my Toxicroak, and he goes for Brave Bird, and I'm about as positive as AIDS that this thing is going down, which it does. So what I was hoping it would take down that Valkyrie, but it doesn't. So, I go out in my Frostlass because I am faster than this thing, and I just go for an Ice Beam just to finish it off. But, yeah. So, I take down that Talonflame, and I'm jumping around like an idiot, being all excited that I at least got one thing out of the way. So, he goes out in an Aegislash, which is what I really want to get rid of. So, he's gonna go for a King Shield. I'm not sure why. Maybe just to, like, block an attack and get off more leftovers, because I don't know anybody that runs a physical Frostlass. It just doesn't make any sense at all. So, like I said, he's gonna get off more of that leftovers. I go for Ominous Wind, hoping to power up my stats. He actually hasn't attacked with that thing yet, so at least I avoid that next Toxic. He's gonna get even more HP from leftovers. Stance change. He's going into that Shadow Sneak priority move. which is not good for me, because I have no defense invested in Frostlass at all, but luckily it does not kill. See, now I go for an Ominous Wind, and that is going to take out the Aegislash, and I'm just, like, sitting there, like, I got, like, the Grinch smile on my face. You know, I am just, like, happy that thing is out of my way. Except, I have to get rid of Sharingan, and I'm not really too happy about that thing, because not only is it protecting itself against my attacks, it's getting speed boosts. Now, Frostlass would have been able to outspeed that thing if it hadn't have gotten that second, the first speed boost, but still. So he goes for Flare Blitz, which is actually going to do some damage to his HP. Unfortunately, not enough to take it out. And he is Shell Bell? Oh yeah, that's right. So he's not a Mega, which I was actually expecting when I went to fight him. So he's got off +2 speed, and I have plus none. So that's where he's gonna go for a Protect, and both of us are gonna get off our speed boosts. I actually went for Brave Bird to kill this thing. So now me and him both have our speed boosts up. And he's gonna go for a Stone Edge, probably to get a flinching because he didn't want to lose any HP. But he's gonna get off more of that stupid Shell Bell, and this is where I go for a Blaze Kick. I just figured it would take him out because he had such little HP left, and my Blaziken's invested in attack. So that does take out his Blaziken, and I get another speed boost. Sort of the battle, when I took out that Aegislash, it was sort of the turning point of the battle, I guess you could say. So he goes for Protect on his Drapion, and that's just all it's going to do is just restore his HP a little bit by about a 16th. So this is where Blaziken's speed boost kicks in once again, and I go for a Blaze Kick. So that's a Fiery Foot to the face for that Drapion, and down goes the Poison Dinosaur, or Scorpion, but you know what I mean. So Stardust is his final Pokemon. Gets off an Intimidate, trying to lower my attack even more. So this is when he Mega Evolves. This is actually the climax of the... I honestly want to say the climax of the battle. He goes for a Sucker Punch, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. But actually, I survive it, luckily, and I go for the Blaze Kick. And down goes his Stardust, the Mega Mawile. That was actually the most intense part to me when it came to the battle, and I win. But, yeah, that was the battle against my friend Ever. He did pretty good, I thought. So if you guys liked the battle, leave it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And once again, I say this in all my videos, I'll leave my friend code in the description if you guys ever want to battle me. Leave yours and just leave another comment for when you're able to battle. And check out the next battle video.